This unbelievable romantic story and a shocking family betrayal story. On a cool autumn evening, as leaves swirled in the crisp air, I found myself wandering home, lost in thoughts of laughter and shared dreams. I hadn't meant to return so early. Plans with friends had unraveled, leaving me with a sense of unexpected solitude. But as I approached the house, something felt amiss. The familiar comfort of home was cloaked in an unsettling silence that gripped my heart. My dad was away on a business trip, and my mom was supposed to be at her book club, a weekly ritual she cherished. Yet, as I opened the door, the sight of her car still parked in the driveway sent a chill through me. Initially, I dismissed it. Maybe she had opted for a quiet night, a cozy retreat from the world. I kicked off my shoes, planning to escape to my room, but then I heard it. The soft sound of laughter floated through the house, intimate and warm, pulling me closer as if it were a melody I couldn't resist. Curiosity piqued. I followed the sound, my heart racing. As I neared the living room, dread twisted in my stomach. There, bathed in the soft glow of the lamp, sat my mother with a man who was undeniably not my father. They sat too close together on the couch, her laughter mingling with his in a way that sent waves of confusion crashing over me. His hand rested gently on her knee, and her eyes sparkled with a joy that felt foreign. In that moment, the world around me faded, and I was frozen, a silent observer in a scene that shattered my reality. How could this be happening? My mother, the woman I trusted more than anyone, was lost in a moment of affection with another man. I felt as if I were trapped in a nightmare, unable to process the betrayal unfolding before my eyes. My heart raced, and the air thickened with the weight of secrets, but I remained hidden, paralyzed by shock and disbelief. With a pounding heart, I turned and slipped out of the house, my mind swirling in chaos. What was I supposed to do with this knowledge? As I walked down the street, the world felt altered, tainted by the truth I had stumbled upon. Should I confront her? Tell my dad? Every thought spun in my head, a whirlwind of uncertainty. That night, sleep eluded me. I lay in bed, haunted by the image of my mother and that man, replaying the moment over and over. The woman who had always been my rock now felt like a stranger. The ache in my chest deepened, a relentless reminder of the betrayal that had disrupted my world. The following day, I wore a mask of normalcy, yet every glance at my mother twisted my stomach into knots. She moved through the house as if nothing had changed, her laughter echoing in the halls like a haunting melody. I wanted to scream, to confront her about what I had seen, but the thought filled me with dread. I needed to uncover the truth. Who was that man? How long had this been happening? As I contemplated my next steps, my resolve hardened. I would find out for myself. While she was distracted, I slipped into her room and began to search through her belongings. My heart raced as I rifled through her things, desperate for answers.
What I found shattered me.
Messages, dozens of them, filled with longing and affection, all from the same man. My heart sank as I scrolled through their exchanges, each word a dagger to my heart. This wasn't a fleeting moment. It was a web of deception that had ensnared us all. Anger and sadness battled within me as I grappled with the realization that the mother I had idolized was living a lie. I felt trapped between two worlds, one where I could protect my father's heart, and another where I could confront my mother and demand answers. The burden of my knowledge felt suffocating, and every decision loomed like a dark cloud overhead. Days passed in a blur. My mother continued her routine, oblivious to the storm brewing within me. Each time my dad kissed her, oblivious to the betrayal, I felt a deepening sense of guilt. The facade of our family was crumbling, and I was caught in the middle, unable to speak the truth without tearing everything apart. One afternoon, as sunlight streamed through the windows, I found my dad at the kitchen table, flipping through old photo albums. The laughter in the room was a cruel reminder of the love and joy we once shared. My heart pounded as I watched him smile, the images of our family vacations and birthdays capturing a happiness that now felt out of reach. I knew then that I could no longer stay silent. He deserved the truth, no matter how much it would hurt. With trembling hands, I approached him. "Dad, I need to talk to you," I said, my voice barely above a whisper, the weight of my revelation heavy in the air. As the words hung between us, I braced for the impact of what would change our lives forever. The world outside faded away, and in that moment, I understood that love could be both beautiful and devastating, intertwined in a way that made our hearts ache for the truth, no matter the cost.